Ladies and gentlemen, there are seasons in life when it feels as if the world does not see you. You work in silence. You pray in secret. You endure trials alone. You wonder, why me? Why now? Why so long? God is speaking and his voice pierces the silence. He says, she's been hidden for a reason. Not because he forgot you, not because you are unworthy, but because the world is not ready for the full manifestation of your destiny. The hidden seasons are not punishments. They are preparations. They are the quiet moments where God molds your character, sharpens your mind, strengthens your spirit, and aligns your heart with heaven's agenda. While others rush ahead, you are being positioned. While others chase recognition, you are being refined. While others settle for comfort, God is shaping you for impact. Your time in the shadows is strategic. It is in the hidden places that God grants wisdom, cultivates resilience, plants seeds that will later flourish into power and purpose. Many will underestimate you. Many will question why you aren't in the spotlight. You must trust the process, for God does not hide what he does not intend to reveal. When your season comes, and you will rise in such a way that the world will know this is no accident. This is divine design. Every delay, every struggle, every quiet moment has been a thread woven into a tapestry of purpose. Do not despise your hidden season. Do not resent the delay. Do not compare yourself to the noise of the world. Instead, embrace the silence, the preparation, and the divine mystery. God has said it. His words do not fail. She's been hidden for a reason. And when that reason is revealed, her impact will be undeniable. Her voice will shake nations. Influence will touch generations. Her testimony will ignite hope in the hearts of those who thought they were invisible. So hold on, remain faithful, walk in integrity. The hidden years are not wasted years. They are the secret foundation of unstoppable destiny. One day soon, the world will see what God has been doing in secret. And when they do, they will know it was never hidden. It was protected. It was preserved. It was destined. There are moments in life when it feels as if the world has forgotten you. You look around and see others moving forward, achieving milestones, stepping into the spotlight while you remain in the shadows. You pray, you labor, you give your all, and yet nothing seems to change. The doors you expected to open remain closed. The opportunities you thought were destined for you seem to pass you by. And you begin to wonder, why am I still here? Why have I been hidden? Am I doing something wrong? Your hidden season is not a mistake. It is not a punishment. It is not a sign that God has abandoned you. On the contrary, your hidden season is strategic. It is purposeful. It is designed with precision by a God who sees the beginning and the end, who knows the potential in your life before the world ever notices it. Yes, there is a strategy behind your silence, your waiting, and your hiddenness. God often hides his greatest works in plain sight of the world. Sometimes he keeps you away from recognition, away from accolades, away from the noise and chaos of public life, because he is preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. He is shaping you, molding you, positioning you for a destiny that cannot be rushed. Diamonds are not formed overnight. They endure intense pressure beneath the surface of the earth before they shine in brilliance. Gold is purified through fire. So why should we expect our greatness to be immediate, effortless, or public? Hidden seasons are the pressure chambers of destiny. They are the workshops where God forges strength, resilience, and wisdom. They are the classrooms where patience is taught, character is tested, faith is perfected. In your hidden season, God is working quietly. He is orchestrating events, lining up connections, and opening doors that you cannot yet see. While the world focuses on visibility, God focuses on value. He is not concerned with how many people know your name. He is concerned with how ready you are to fulfill your purpose when the time comes. And let me tell you, when God finally reveals you, the impact will be undeniable. Many people struggle with hidden seasons because they measure success by visibility. They think that if no one notices, nothing is happening. But this is a dangerous trap. What happens in secret is often the most important work you will ever do. The skills you are developing, the wisdom you are gaining, and the strength you are cultivating are not wasted. They are being stored for the moment when God says, now is the time. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. He was betrayed by his own family, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and imprisoned. To the outside world, it looked like Joseph's life had been derailed, but God's hidden strategy was at work. Every step, every delay, every hardship was positioning Joseph for a greater purpose. When the time came, Joseph rose to a place of influence and authority, saving nations and fulfilling the dreams God had placed in his heart years earlier. Joseph's hidden season was not a setback, it was a setup. Your hidden season works the same way. It may feel long, uncomfortable, and lonely, but it is strategic. It is your preparation ground. It is where your character is strengthened, your faith is deepened, and your purpose is clarified. And here is the beautiful truth: God's timing is perfect. He does not reveal you too early, and He does not leave you hidden too long. Every moment, every trial, every delay is intentional. Some of you are feeling frustrated because you are ready to step into your purpose, but the world is not ready for the fullness of what God has for you. You are a gift, a blessing, a force of change, and God has hidden you to preserve your power. The world cannot handle your breakthrough yet, and that is why He is strategic in His timing. He is not holding you back. He is holding you up. He is not slowing you down. He is building you up. Hidden seasons also teach you to rely on God, not the applause of the crowd. When you are unseen, you learn to trust in His voice, not the validation of others. You learn that your worth is not determined by popularity, recognition, or approval. Your hidden season is a school for spiritual maturity. It teaches endurance, patience, and dependence on God alone. I want to tell you something powerful. The world will eventually see your glory, but when they do, it will be undeniable. The hidden work, the secret preparation, and the unseen struggles will have built a foundation so strong that nothing can shake you. Your impact will be multiplied because it was carefully cultivated in the shadows. What is hidden now will be celebrated later. Is unseen now will be unstoppable later. So embrace the hidden season. Do not despise it. Do not resent it. Do not grow bitter while you wait. Instead, use this time to strengthen yourself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Hone your gifts. Expand your knowledge. Grow your faith. Serve quietly, prepare diligently, and remember, hidden seasons are not meant to break you. They are meant to make you. Every trial, every setback, every moment of silence is part of God's strategy. Nothing is wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every moment of patience is planting seeds for a harvest that will astonish the world. God has hidden you for a reason, and when the season changes, your revelation will shake foundations. Your voice will be heard. Your influence will spread. Your life will inspire generations. You may be hidden now, but your hiddenness is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of divine strategy. God is not in a hurry, and He is not careless. He is perfecting you for the purpose He has ordained. So hold your head high, stay faithful in the unseen. Trust that your hidden season is preparing you for greatness beyond measure. Hidden seasons are strategic. They are the secret workshops of God. They are the pressure chambers where your purpose is forged. They are the silent classrooms where patience, faith, and resilience are taught. When God finally reveals you, the world will know this was never a hidden season of weakness. It was a hidden season of divine strength. There is a principle in life that few truly understand, and it has the power to change everything about the way you view your journey. It is this: preparation is more important than recognition. Yes, we live in a world that celebrates visibility, applauds popularity, and honors those who are already in the spotlight. But God is not in the business of rushing His plans. He is not concerned with immediate applause. He is concerned with readiness, with depth, with the foundation that will carry you through greatness when the right moment comes. Too often, we want to be noticed before we are prepared. We want the recognition before the work is complete. We seek applause before the mission is fulfilled. And in doing so, we risk exposure before our time, vulnerability before our strength is developed, and failure before our foundation is secure. The truth is, recognition is a reward for preparation, not a substitute for it. And those who grasp this truth will walk in the fullness of destiny that others only dream about. Preparation over recognition means understanding that God often works in silence before He reveals His plan. Many of the greatest stories in Scripture demonstrate this truth. Consider David. Before he became king, David was a shepherd in the fields, tending sheep while giants roamed the land. He was overlooked by his own family. He was ignored by society. Yet during that hidden season, he learned patience, courage, and humility. He developed the skills he would need to face Goliath. He cultivated the heart of a king in the quiet moments of service and obedience. Recognition, the crown, the victory, the glory came later, and when it did, it was authentic, powerful, and lasting. This principle applies to you today. Your life may feel quiet. You may be working hard in obscurity, laboring without notice, pouring into your craft, or calling without applause. Perhaps you are investing in your education, your business, your spiritual life, or your personal growth. Perhaps you are enduring trials, setbacks, and seasons of waiting. But this is not wasted time. It is preparation time. It is the period when God equips you for the greater things He has planned. When you focus on preparation over recognition, you build strength that recognition cannot provide. Recognition is external, preparation is internal. Recognition fades, but preparation lasts. Recognition is temporary, preparation is eternal. Recognition depends on the approval of others. Preparation depends on the guidance of God. And when your time comes, preparation you have invested will ensure that you are not only ready to receive your reward, but ready to sustain it. How many people have rushed into the spotlight before they were ready? How many have sought fame, wealth, or influence without the discipline, wisdom, character to manage it? The world applauds, but eventually weakness is exposed. The foundation cracks, the crown falls. But those who focus on preparation first, who labor quietly, who develop themselves in secret, rise with resilience, wisdom, and power. Their recognition is not fleeting, it is monumental. Preparation over recognition also teaches humility. It reminds you that your worth is not determined by public opinion or applause. Reminds you that true success is measured not by who notices, but by how faithfully you steward what God has entrusted to you. When you labor in secret, you learn to depend on God, not people. You learn to measure your growth by progress, not popularity. You learn that the journey matters more than the applause at the destination. Consider the life of Joseph. He was a young man with dreams. He was sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned. To the outside world, he was forgotten. Yet, during that hidden season, God was preparing him. He developed leadership skills, interpretation of dreams, and wisdom that would eventually save nations. Recognition came much later, and when it did, Joseph was ready. His preparation ensured that his recognition was not only deserved, but effective. Your preparation matters because it shapes your destiny. It equips you to handle influence, authority, and opportunity with integrity. Builds the patience you need to endure delays and the perseverance to overcome obstacles. It strengthens your faith when the world doubts, and it deepens your character when trials test your resolve. Preparation is the foundation that ensures recognition does not become a liability, but a blessing. I want you to hear this today. If you are in a season of waiting, if your efforts feel unseen, if your labor seems unnoticed, do not despair. God is preparing you. Every challenge you face, every skill you refine, every act of discipline and dedication is equipping you for the next stage of your life. Recognition will come, but it will come on the solid ground of preparation, not the shaky ground of desperation. Focus on preparation. Seek growth. Build your character. Strengthen your mind. Deepen your spiritual walk. Expand your capacity. Develop patience, humility, and resilience. Do the work that no one is applauding. Do the work that seems small. Do the work that others overlook. Because that work, hidden, unheralded, yet persistent, is what will carry you into the destiny God has planned for you. When you finally step into the light, when the recognition arrives, it will not be fleeting or shallow. It will not crumble under pressure. It will reflect the years of unseen preparation, the discipline cultivated in private, faith tested in the shadows. Recognition will not define you. It will confirm what you have already built in secret. Remember, world may praise the flashy, the loud, and the early risers, but God honors those who prepare. God exalts those who labor faithfully, lifts those who trust His timing, And when recognition comes to you, it will be meaningful, impactful, and eternal because it will be built on preparation. So today, embrace the principle of preparation over recognition. Let your focus be on becoming, not just being noticed. Let your goal be growth, not applause. Your mission be obedience, not validation. And trust that when God finally says, now is the time, your preparation will make your recognition unstoppable, undeniable, and divinely orchestrated. Your life is not about quick fame. Your life is not about temporary applause. Your life is about building something lasting, powerful, and eternal. Focus on the work that prepares you. Trust the season that shapes you. Serve quietly, labor diligently, pray fervently, and let God reveal you in His perfect timing. Preparation over recognition. Live it. Apply it. And one day, when the world finally sees the fruit of your labor, it will be clear your greatness was never accidental. It was prepared, it was intentional, and it was unstoppable. There is a rhythm to life, a divine order to every season, and a perfect timing to every promise. Yet so often, we struggle with waiting. We want our breakthroughs now. We want recognition today. We want doors to open, blessings to arrive, dreams to manifest immediately. And when they don't, we become frustrated, anxious, and doubtful. But I want to remind you today, God's timing is perfect. You must trust the divine timing. Divine timing is not like human timing. The clock of the world is ticking constantly, counting seconds, minutes, and hours. Human timing measures life by calendars, deadlines, and expectations, but God's timing transcends the clock. It is orchestrated with infinite wisdom and perfect foresight. He sees the beginning, the end, and every moment in between. He knows when the world is ready for your influence, when your heart is ready for your destiny, and when the conditions are perfect for your breakthrough. Too many of us try to rush the process. We push, we force, we manipulate, and we hustle in ways that ignore God's plan. We see others moving ahead. We wonder why we are delayed. We compare our journey with theirs and think something is wrong. But the truth is, the delay is not a denial. The wait is not wasted. The pause is not a punishment. It is preparation, alignment, and strategy, all working together in divine timing. Consider Abraham and Sarah. They were promised a child, a legacy, and a nation, but the promise did not arrive immediately. Years passed, generations waited, doubt and frustration surely crept in, yet God's timing was perfect. He did not deliver the blessing too soon when Abraham and Sarah might have been unready. He did not delay too long when the promise would have been lost. When the time came, the miracle appeared exactly as He had said. Divine timing ensured that the promise was fulfilled in perfection. Your life may feel like it is in a waiting season. Perhaps you have prayed, labored, and hoped, but nothing seems to be changing. Perhaps doors remain closed, relationships remain strained, or opportunities remain out of reach. Yet this waiting is not meaningless. It is God's divine pause, a season designed to protect you, perfect you, and position you for your destiny. The divine timing is never late. It is always intentional. Trusting the divine timing requires patience, but not passive patience. It requires active preparation. It requires staying faithful while you wait. It requires walking in integrity, developing your gifts, growing in wisdom, and remaining steadfast in faith. You cannot control the timing, but you can control your response. And when you trust God's timing, you align yourself with His perfect plan. There is power in waiting. Waiting builds character. Waiting builds resilience. Waiting builds strength that cannot be gained in haste. Waiting teaches humility and dependence on God. It reminds you that you are not in control, but that the one who holds the universe is also holding your destiny. And when the season changes, when the timing is finally right, you will step into your blessing fully equipped, fully mature, and fully ready. He was sold into slavery, betrayed, falsely accused, and imprisoned. To the world, it appeared as if God had abandoned him. Yet he trusted the divine timing. He did not take shortcuts. He did not quit. He did not demand instant recognition. He remained faithful in every role he was given. And when the time came, he rose from the pit to the palace. Joseph's life is proof that trusting God's timing guarantees that your eventual victory will be perfect, strategic, unstoppable. Trusting divine timing also requires faith in the unseen. When you cannot see the door opening, when the path seems unclear, When the world doubts your future, you must believe that God is working behind the scenes. Every delay, every season of silence, every hidden struggle is a part of His plan. You may not understand it now, but one day you will see the wisdom of His timing. One day you will look back and realize that the very things you thought were setbacks were actually setups for your breakthrough. Impatience is the enemy of divine timing. Impatience tempts us to take matters into our own hands, to force outcomes, and to compromise our integrity. Trust protects you from premature action. Trust safeguards your purpose. Trust ensures that when your moment arrives, you are not only ready to receive it, but ready to sustain it. God's timing is designed for your ultimate success, not for temporary satisfaction. Remember, God's plan is never hurried, never careless, and never mistimed. He knows the perfect moment to release blessings, to shift circumstances, and to align every piece of your journey. He times your breakthrough not based on your desire, but based on your readiness, the world's readiness, the alignment of every spiritual, emotional, and practical factor that will ensure your victory is complete and lasting. So how do you trust divine timing? First, by surrendering control. Let go of the illusion that you can force the process. Let go of the anxiety that comes from watching others move ahead. Second, embracing patience. Learn to wait with hope, knowing that the delay has a purpose. Third, by committing to preparation. Use this season to grow, to learn, to strengthen yourself. Every skill you develop, every lesson you learn, and every character trait you cultivate will pay dividends when the timing is right. Finally, trust God's promise. He is faithful. He does not forget. He does not fail. Even when the world says it is too late, even when circumstances seem impossible, even when you feel invisible, God's timing is perfect. He has never missed a season, never delayed without purpose, and never withheld what He intended for your life. Your breakthrough will come. Your doors will open. Your vision will manifest. Your prayers will be answered. They will come in the perfect timing, not before you are ready, not before the conditions are aligned, not before the foundation is strong. Trust the divine timing, and you will walk into your season with confidence, strength, and unstoppable power. The universe may measure time in seconds, minutes, hours. The world may chase immediacy and instant gratification. But God measures time by purpose, alignment, and destiny. And when He says it is time, it will be more than enough. It will be perfect. It will be miraculous. It will be everything you prayed for and more. Trust the divine timing. Believe in it. Walk in it, live by it. And one day soon, when the world sees your breakthrough, they will understand that it was never early. It was never delayed. It was always divine, perfect, strategic, and unstoppable. There are moments in life when it seems as if God is silent. You pray, you seek, you fast. You pour out your heart, and yet nothing seems to happen. The phone does not ring. The door does not open. The breakthrough does not come. The world is loud, chaotic, and full of noise, but in the place where you long for answers, all you hear is silence. And in those moments, doubt can creep in. Fear can whisper. Frustration can rise. But I want to remind you today, faith in the silence is where the greatest miracles are born. Faith in the silence means trusting when you cannot see. It means believing when nothing appears to be happening. It means standing firm when circumstances suggest defeat, delay, or disappointment. It is the quiet endurance that says, even if I cannot feel it, even if I cannot see it, even if I do not understand it, God is still at work. This is the faith that moves mountains, the faith that sustains the weary, faith that prepares the soul for divine revelation. Consider the story of Elijah. After confronting the prophets of Baal, Elijah fled into the wilderness, discouraged, fearful, and exhausted. He thought he was alone, but God was preparing him in the silence. In the still, quiet moments on Mount Horeb, Elijah heard the gentle whisper of God, not in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire, but in the quiet whisper. This is the lesson. God's work is often accomplished in silence, in spaces where the world cannot see, and in places where the soul is tested and refined. Faith in the silence is not passive, it is active. It requires persistence, it requires perseverance, it requires a refusal to give up, even when the evidence seems to contradict hope. It is easy to believe when everything aligns perfectly, but true faith is proven when everything seems uncertain. True faith is developed in the hidden moments, in the valleys, in the trials, and in the quiet seasons where no one applauds your devotion. Think about Joseph. Years of betrayal, slavery, false accusations, and imprisonment. No one saw his suffering. No one noticed his integrity. No one applauded his faithfulness. Yet Joseph continued to trust, to work diligently, and to remain faithful. His faith in the silence sustained him through trials and prepared him for the moment when God would elevate him to save nations. What was silent for years became a platform for global impact. Faith in the silence also requires patience. Waiting is hard. Patience is a powerful ally in the development of faith. Every delay, every unanswered prayer, every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to grow spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. God is not absent in your silence. He is aligning, preparing, orchestrating, just as a seed must remain buried in the dark soil before it sprouts into life. Your hidden moments are fertile ground for the growth of your destiny. The world teaches impatience. Society celebrates instant results. Social media promotes immediate recognition, but the divine process is different. God works on a timetable that transcends human understanding. Faith in the silence teaches you to trust this timetable. It teaches you that what is delayed is not denied. It teaches you that what is hidden is not forgotten. And it reminds you that when God moves, He moves with perfection, power, and precision. Faith in the silence also protects you from taking shortcuts. When you act out of frustration or fear, you risk compromising your purpose, integrity, and destiny. The quiet season is a safeguard. It preserves your influence, strengthens your character, and equips you for the challenges and opportunities ahead. When the moment arrives, your faith in the silence will allow you to step confidently into your calling without hesitation, doubt, or compromise. Think about Hannah in the Bible. She prayed fervently for a child for years, enduring ridicule, disappointment, and longing. For a long time, it seemed as if God's answer would never come. Yet she continued to pray, pouring out her heart in faith and persistence. And eventually, God opened the womb of promise. Her silent faith birthed Samuel, prophet who would change the course of a nation. What is faithful in silence is powerful in revelation. Faith in the silence also teaches you humility. It reminds you that the work is not about recognition, applause, or personal glory. It teaches you to rely fully on God, to seek His approval over human approval, to find satisfaction in obedience rather than immediate results. The silent moments cultivate a deep spiritual maturity that prepares you for leadership, influence, and divine favor. When you walk by faith in the silence, you are strengthened for the storms ahead. You are fortified against doubt. You are equipped for the responsibilities that come with blessing. You are molded into someone who can endure pressure, persevere through trials, and rise above obstacles. Your faith becomes unshakable because it was proven in the hidden moments where no one else could see. Faith in the silence is a declaration. It is a statement to God and to the world. I will not be moved by what I see. I will not be shaken by what is delayed. I will not be discouraged by the absence of applause. I trust you, Lord, and I will wait on your perfect timing. This faith transforms waiting into worship, delay into discipline, and silence into strength. You may feel invisible right now. You may feel unheard. You may feel overlooked. But do not despair. God is at work in the silence. He is arranging, aligning, and preparing. He is building your character, strengthening your spirit, positioning you for a breakthrough so powerful that the world will see your faithfulness reflected in your destiny. Faith in the silence is not faith in nothing. It is faith in God. It is faith in His promises, His timing, and His power. It is faith that refuses to give up, refuses to doubt, and refuses to waver. And when your faith is finally rewarded, when your season changes, you will understand that every moment of silence was essential. Every hidden prayer, every quiet act of obedience, every moment of waiting was a building block for your triumph. So stand firm. Remain steadfast, trust in the unseen, believe in the invisible, walk in patience and perseverance, keep praying, keep serving, keep growing, and keep trusting. Because faith in the silence is the seed of miracles, foundation of destiny, and the pathway to unstoppable blessings. Your breakthrough is coming. Your answers are on the way. Your reward is being prepared. When it comes, it will be clear that your faith in the silence was never wasted. It was strategic. It was intentional. It was divine. One of the most dangerous things that can steal your peace, rob your joy, and stunt your growth is comparison. Yes, comparison. It sneaks into your mind quietly. Before you realize it, it takes control of your heart. You look at the life of someone else, their success, their popularity, their recognition, and you start to question yourself. Why am I not there yet? Why do they have what I want? Why am I still struggling while they are celebrated? Let me tell you today, comparison is a trap. It is a spiritual snare that keeps you from walking in your purpose, embracing your destiny, and trusting God's timing. Comparison tempts you to measure your worth against the success of others when your worth is determined not by the world, but by the Creator who made you in His image. It blinds you to your own blessings, your own growth, and your own journey. It steals joy, fuels envy, leads to frustration. The problem is not ambition, it is comparison. Ambition drives you forward. Comparison paralyzes you. Ambition aligns with God's plan. Comparison conflicts with it. Every person has a unique path. Every person has a distinct calling, a specific season, different timing. The gifts God has given you are tailored to you. The opportunities, challenges, and breakthroughs meant for you are designed to unfold in your life, not in the life of someone else. When you compare, you ignore the divine blueprint God wrote for your destiny. You focus on someone else's journey and neglect the work God has for you. Consider the story of Moses. When God called him to lead the Israelites, Moses questioned himself. He compared himself to others. He doubted his ability. Who am I to do this? They will not listen to me, he said. Yet God reminded him that he had equipped him for his own assignment, not for someone else's. Moses' power was in embracing his unique purpose, not in measuring himself against others. Comparison is a trap because it makes you doubt what God has already given you. Comparison also fuels impatience. You see someone else's progress and you want it immediately. You try to force outcomes, take shortcuts, or rush the process, forgetting that God's timing is perfect. When you compare, you forget that the same God who is moving in another person's life is also moving in yours, just according to His plan. And His plan is never too slow, never too fast, and always intentional. The trap of comparison can also lead to resentment. You see someone receiving accolades, blessings, opportunities, and you grow bitter. You begin to resent their success instead of celebrating it. And bitterness clouds your vision, dims your light, keeps you from walking in gratitude. But gratitude is the antidote to comparison. When you thank God for your journey, your gifts, and your blessings, comparison loses its grip. You realize that your path is yours and theirs is theirs. Think about David. He was the youngest son, overlooked by his family, tending sheep while his brothers were celebrated. He could have compared himself, questioned his value, or given up. But David stayed faithful in his own calling. He did not despise the humble beginning because he understood that God had a unique plan for him. When the time came, David rose to the throne, not because he copied someone else's path, but because he embraced his own. Comparison is a trap because it tempts you to follow someone else's path instead of walking in your purpose. Comparison also hinders faith. When you look at others and measure yourself, you start to rely on what you see rather than what God has promised. You begin to doubt His plan for you and seek shortcuts or worldly validation. Faith is trusting in God's invisible hand, believing in His promises, and walking confidently in your unique season. When you compare, you replace faith with sight, and that is where the trap lies. Danger of comparison is that it fosters anxiety and discouragement. You see someone's highlight reel, their achievements, their recognition, their accolades, and you forget the work, the struggle, and the hidden preparation behind it. Social media has amplified this trap, showing only the victories of others without revealing the valleys they endured. Comparison blinds you to your own progress, your own growth, and your own victories. You forget that your journey is unfolding exactly as God designed it. The antidote to comparison is focus. Focus on your calling your gifts, your purpose, and your growth. Celebrate the success of others, but never let it diminish your own journey. Remember that God does not measure you by someone else's standard. He does not assign your timing based on theirs. He does not dictate your destiny according to what someone else has accomplished. You are unique and your path is divinely orchestrated. Comparison is also a trap because it distracts you from preparation. While you are busy measuring your progress against someone else, you are neglecting the work God has placed in front of you. Every skill, every lesson, every challenge is designed to prepare you for your season. Your focus should be on becoming, not competing. Your energy should be on growth, not judgment. Your faith should be on obedience, not observation. Consider Esther. She lived in obscurity for a season, hidden from the palace intrigue, overlooked by society. Yet she was being prepared for her moment to save a nation. She could have compared herself to the other women in the palace, envied their beauty, or questioned her value. But she focused on her preparation, trusted her calling, and when the time came, she rose in power and purpose. Comparison is a trap because it tempts you to despise your waiting season instead of embracing the preparation God is providing. Comparison is a trap because it robs you of peace. Peace is found in trusting God's plan for your life, walking in obedience, and embracing your unique season. When you stop measuring yourself against others, you will discover joy, fulfillment, and purpose in your journey. You will see that your life is enough. Your gifts are enough. Your season is enough. And your destiny, when revealed, will be unstoppable because it is authentically yours. So today, reject the trap of comparison. Do not look to the left or the right. Do not measure your journey against someone else's highlight reel. Focus on your growth, your faith, your preparation, and your calling. Trust that God's plan for you is perfect, His timing is flawless, and His design is unique. Celebrate others without losing sight of yourself. Walk in confidence knowing that your path is divinely orchestrated and your destiny is unstoppable. Comparison is a trap, but when you embrace your journey, trust God's plan, and walk in faith, you will rise above it. You will walk in peace, fulfillment, purpose. And when your season arrives, you will shine with a light that no one can dim, not because you measured yourself against anyone else, because you trusted God, embraced your preparation, and refused the trap of comparison. There is a season in life that many do not understand, a season where it seems as if no one sees you, no one notices your work, and no one acknowledges your struggle. You are hidden from the applause of the world, hidden from the recognition you feel you deserve, sometimes hidden even from the validation of your own eyes. You wonder, why am I here? When will the breakthrough come? Does anyone see the effort, prayers, the tears? And yet it is in these hidden seasons that God does some of His most profound work. He develops your resilience. He strengthens your character. He fortifies your spirit. Resilience is not developed in the spotlight. It is not cultivated when everything comes easy or when life flows smoothly. Resilience is forged in hiddenness, in quiet endurance, and in the face of challenges that no one sees. It is built when you continue forward despite disappointment, when you remain faithful despite delay, when you believe in the promise of God even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Hidden seasons teach you perseverance. They show you that success is not immediate and that waiting is not weakness. When you are hidden, you are tested. You are pushed beyond your comfort zone. You are forced to dig deep, to rise again after setbacks, and to continue walking in faith when nothing around you seems to validate your effort. And in this process, resilience is born. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and imprisoned, he endured seasons that seemed hopeless, unseen, and unfair to the world. His life appeared derailed. But Joseph's hiddenness was not wasted. Each trial, each delay, each moment of obscurity was an opportunity for God to cultivate resilience in him. When the time came for Joseph to rise, he was not only ready, he was unshakable. His faith, perseverance, resilience were unmatched because they had been forged in the hidden places of preparation. Hiddenness also develops patience. Resilience is not simply the ability to withstand difficulty. It is the ability to endure with faith, hope, and strength intact. In the quiet seasons, you learn to trust God's timing, to accept delays, and to wait without losing heart. Patience is born in waiting, and resilience grows as patience deepens. The hidden season becomes a spiritual training ground, preparing you for the challenges that will come when your time of revelation arrives. The world often underestimates hidden seasons. People look at those who are visible, who are celebrated, and who seem to succeed effortlessly. But what they fail to see is the hidden preparation that preceded the breakthrough. Every skill, every lesson, every act of faith in obscurity builds resilience that cannot be gained through instant success. Resilience is developed when you are pressed, tested, stretched beyond what you thought you could endure. Consider Esther. Before she became queen and saved her nation, she lived in obscurity, hidden from the royal court, unnoticed by the world around her. During that hidden season, God was developing her resilience, her courage, wisdom, and faith that would sustain her when she faced one of the most critical moments in history. Her hiddenness strengthened her, refined her, prepared her to step boldly into her destiny. Hiddenness also teaches humility. When you are unseen, you are reminded that your value does not come from recognition, applause, or status. Your worth is found in your character, in your integrity, in your faithfulness. Resilience grows in humility because it anchors you to the truth that God's approval matters more than the world's attention. You learn to walk by faith, not by sight. You learn to endure for the right reasons, not for the applause of others. Resilience developed in hiddenness equips you for leadership. Life will not always be easy when your season comes. You will face opposition, criticism, and challenges that test your strength and character. But the resilience cultivated in hiddenness prepares you for these moments. It equips you to handle pressure with grace, to overcome obstacles with faith, and to lead with confidence rooted in experience. Those who have endured hidden seasons rise stronger, wiser, and more capable than those who have always been in the spotlight. Hiddenness also deepens reliance on God. When no one sees your struggle, you learn to depend fully on Him. When there is no human validation, you turn to divine validation. Resilience is strengthened when your hope is anchored in God rather than in the fleeting approval of the world. You realize that true strength comes from surrender, faith, and trust in His perfect plan. Think about David the shepherd boy, overlooked by his family, ignored by his society, and underestimated by the world. David spent years in the fields, hidden from the eyes of men. During that hidden season, he faced lions, bears, and countless trials. He fought battles no one knew about. And in the process, he developed resilience that would carry him to become a king, a warrior, and a man after God's own heart. Hiddenness was not wasted. It was the crucible that shaped his destiny. Resilience in hiddenness also prepares you to appreciate your breakthroughs. When you finally rise, you do so with gratitude, understanding, and humility. You are able to cherish your victories because you have endured the valleys. You are able to sustain success because it is built on a foundation of perseverance and faith. Hiddenness transforms you into someone who does not merely survive blessings but thrives in them. So, if you are in a hidden season today, take heart. Do not despise your quiet moments. Do not grow impatient with the delay. Do not compare your journey to the visible success of others. Hiddenness is working in you. Hiddenness is strengthening you. Hiddenness is cultivating resilience, patience, and faith that cannot be gained in the spotlight. Every tear, every struggle, every unseen effort is building a foundation for your future triumph. Hidden seasons are strategic. They are intentional. They are the workshops of God where character is forged, faith is tested, and resilience is strengthened. You are being prepared to face storms, overcome giants, walk into your destiny with unwavering strength. Resilience developed in hiddenness is not temporary, it is eternal. It will carry you through challenges, opposition, and trials for the rest of your life. The hidden season is not a period of inactivity, it is a period of strengthening. The world may not see your progress, but God does. Your resilience is being built. Your faith is being sharpened. Your character is being perfected. And when your season arrives, you will rise with power, courage, and an unshakable spirit. Do not despise your hidden season. Embrace it, trust it, endure it, because resilience is not given in the spotlight. It is developed in the shadows, in the silence, in the hidden places where God works unseen. When your time comes, your resilience will make you unstoppable. Your faith will make you unshakable. Your victory will be undeniable. There is a promise in life that many fail to understand. Your destiny is not left to chance. Your purpose is not subject to the opinions of men. Your future is not dictated by the setbacks, betrayals, or delays you face. No matter how dark the storm may seem, no matter how long the waiting season, your destiny is protected. God himself has placed a hedge around your purpose, a shield over your potential, and a divine plan that cannot be thwarted. Too often, people live as though their future is fragile. They worry about what others think, fear failure, and believe that one mistake, one missed opportunity, one season of struggle could destroy their dreams. But the truth is, God's protection is far greater than any obstacle, opposition, trial that may appear in your path. Your destiny is not in the hands of the world, it is in the hands of the Almighty. Protection does not mean exemption from trials. It does not mean that your journey will be free from pain, struggle, or opposition. On the contrary, trials are part of the process. They test your character, strengthen your faith, and refine your purpose. But even in those trials, God's hand is upon you. Even in the storms, his power shields you. Even when doors seem closed, his plan cannot be overturned. What is meant for you will find its way. What is meant for others cannot take your place. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery by his own brothers, betrayed by those closest to him, falsely accused, imprisoned for years. Joseph endured unimaginable trials. To the world, it seemed as though his destiny had been stolen. Yet God's protection was at work. Every step of his journey, every act of betrayal, every moment of hidden struggle was orchestrated to preserve his purpose. When the time came, Joseph rose to power and influence far beyond what anyone could have imagined. His destiny was protected even in the darkest seasons of his life. Your destiny is protected by divine timing. Nothing can accelerate it prematurely, and nothing can delay it indefinitely. God knows exactly when to release your blessings, when to open doors, and when to align the pieces of your life so that your purpose is fulfilled. Every delay, every waiting period, every season of obscurity is intentional. It is not punishment, it is preparation. It is not neglect, it is strategy. God protects your destiny by ensuring that it unfolds at the perfect time, in the perfect way, for the maximum impact. Protection also means that your destiny cannot be hijacked by the schemes of others. Enemies may try to stop you. Circumstances may appear overwhelming. People may doubt you, criticize you, or attempt to undermine your progress. But God's protection is impenetrable. Plans of the enemy cannot succeed against the will of the Almighty. Every attack designed to derail you is redirected to serve your purpose. Every obstacle that arises is temporary. Every opposition you face is no match for the God who guards your destiny. Consider David. Before he became king, Saul sought to kill him. He faced betrayal, danger, and relentless pursuit. Yet through every trial, God's protection was evident. David survived when others would have fallen. He emerged victorious, not because he was invincible, because God preserved his life, honed his character, and ensured that his destiny could not be stolen. Protection does not always prevent the struggle, but it guarantees the outcome. Your destiny is protected through divine positioning. God places you in the right seasons, in the right environments, and around the right people to fulfill his purpose for your life. He orchestrates meetings, opens doors, and closes opportunities that are not meant for you. Even when life seems random, nothing is accidental. Every encounter, every experience, every blessing is part of a carefully designed plan to ensure that your destiny is secure. Protection is also about spiritual fortification. God strengthens your heart, mind, and spirit so that when the time comes to step into your destiny, you are ready. Trials, setbacks, and hidden seasons are all part of the preparation. They equip you with the resilience, wisdom, and faith needed to endure the challenges that accompany success. What is protected is not only the promise itself, but also your ability to handle it when it arrives. Think about Esther. She was hidden, overlooked, and unknown. God positioned her as queen to save her nation. Her destiny was protected even in obscurity. The timing, the placement, preparation were all orchestrated by God. When her moment came, she rose with courage, wisdom, and power, fulfilling the purpose for which she was created. Your destiny is no different. Even in hiddenness, you are under divine protection. Even in silence, you are strategically positioned. Even in obscurity, you are being prepared. Protection also includes divine redirection. Sometimes God closes doors, shifts paths, and alters circumstances not to punish you, but to protect your destiny. Opportunities that seem perfect in the moment may not align with your purpose. God's hand moves behind the scenes, ensuring that your life is directed toward what truly matters. Trusting this protection requires faith, patience, and surrender. It requires believing that what God allows or prevents is for your ultimate good. Your destiny is protected even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Even when circumstances seem impossible, even when dreams are delayed, and even when the world doubts your potential, God's protection is active. The enemy may threaten, trials may test, and storms may rage, but your purpose cannot be stopped. What is divinely ordained for you cannot be denied, hijacked, destroyed. So if you are in a season of struggle, waiting, or hiddenness, take heart. Know that God is protecting your destiny. Trust the process. Endure the trials, continue in faith. Do not allow fear, doubt, or the opinions of others to derail you. What is meant for you will find you. What is designed for your life cannot be stolen. Your breakthrough is secure because your destiny is protected. Remember, protection does not mean there will be no challenges. It does not guarantee comfort. It does not promise that the road will be easy. But it guarantees success, fulfillment, and the ultimate triumph of your purpose. The trials you face are temporary. The opposition you encounter is limited. The waiting you endure is purposeful. And the victory that awaits you is inevitable. Your destiny is protected. Every promise spoken over your life is secure. Every gift, talent, and calling is preserved. Every step you take, even in the shadows, is part of God's strategic plan to bring you to your appointed time. So walk boldly, live faithfully, and trust confidently, knowing that no force on earth or in hell can stop what God has destined for you. Stand firm in this truth. Your destiny is not just possible, it is protected. Your calling is not just a dream, it is divinely preserved. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it is unstoppable. The hand of God guards you, the Spirit of God guides you, and the plan of God prevails. Embrace the protection. Trust the process. Walk in faith. And one day soon, when your destiny is fully revealed, you will see that every trial, every delay, every hidden season was necessary to safeguard the greatness that is now unstoppable. There is a moment in every journey when what has been hidden will be revealed. When the years of waiting, the seasons of preparation, struggles endured in silence finally converge, the revelation comes. And when it does, it is not ordinary. It is not casual. It is not small. The revelation God gives is powerful. It carries authority, influence, and the weight of destiny. It will change your life, impact those around you, and shift the course of your purpose forever. Powerful revelation is the fruit of hidden seasons. It comes to those who have labored in quiet, prayed in faith, trusted God through delay. The world may see only the moment of glory, but God has been orchestrating every step leading to that point. Every trial, every tear, every moment of persistence contributes to the depth and magnitude of the revelation. That is why your breakthrough, your appointment, and your destiny will be more impactful than you ever imagined. It is born from preparation, refinement, and divine strategy. Consider Joseph. Years of slavery, betrayal, and imprisonment were not wasted. They were not obstacles that God could not overcome. They were preparation for a revelation so powerful that it would save nations. When Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams and rose to prominence, the revelation of his wisdom, integrity, and insight carried unmatched authority. The hidden seasons had built depth, character, and power in him. When the time of revelation arrived, it could not be ignored. That is how God works. Your revelation will not be superficial. It will be profound. A revelation will be powerful because it comes with divine timing. The world measures time in hours, days, and years, but God measures time in purpose. Your revelation will not come too early when you are unprepared. It will not arrive too late when opportunity is lost. It will come in perfect alignment with God's plan, ensuring maximum impact and eternal significance. Waiting may feel difficult, Every moment serves to heighten the power of what is about to be revealed. Powerful revelation is rooted in truth. It is not influenced by the opinions of others, the trends of society, or the fleeting approval of the crowd. It is born from alignment with God's purpose, obedience to His will, and faithfulness in the unseen. When God reveals something to you, it carries authority because it is His word, His plan, and His power manifesting through your life. That is why no weapon formed against it can prosper, no opposition can overcome it, and no doubt can diminish it. Revelation carries divine weight because it is God-breathed and destiny-driven. Think about Esther. Hidden from the palace intrigue for years, her true purpose was concealed until the appointed time. When revelation arrived, she realized that her position was not accidental. Influence was not by chance. Her role was divinely assigned. The revelation of her destiny allowed her to act with courage, wisdom, strategy that saved a nation. Powerful revelation does not simply inform, it empowers, equips, and transforms. It prepares you to act decisively with confidence and authority. Revelation will also be powerful because it validates every season of your journey. The challenges, the waiting, the hidden struggles, they were not meaningless. The hardships you endured were not in vain. When revelation comes, it proves that every tear, every prayer, every act of faith, and every moment of perseverance was worth it. It brings clarity to your purpose, alignment to your actions, and confirmation to your calling. That is why revelation is never ordinary. It is a divine unveiling that sets you free to fulfill your destiny with power and precision. Your revelation will impact others. It is not just about personal success or recognition. Powerful revelation carries influence. It touches lives, shifts atmospheres, and changes destinies. Joseph's revelation saved Egypt and his family. Esther's revelation saved her people. Your revelation, too, potential to impact generations. That is why God protects it, nurtures it, and orchestrates it so carefully. When it arrives, it will not be small. It will carry the weight of heaven itself. Revelation is also powerful because it inspires faith. Those who witness it see the hand of God moving, the fulfillment of promises, and the undeniable evidence of divine strategy. Revelation encourages belief in God's timing, strengthens trust in His plan, and ignites hope for those who are waiting. It is a testimony that hidden seasons are not wasted, struggles are not meaningless, and obedience is never ignored. Your revelation will be more than your victory. It will be a beacon of hope for others walking through their own hidden seasons. Consider David, hidden as a shepherd, overlooked by family and society. He spent years learning, growing, and preparing. When revelation arrived through his anointing as king, it carried authority, power, and purpose. People saw not just a young man who succeeded, a life transformed by faith, preparation, and divine strategy. That is how your revelation will operate. It will be powerful because it comes from the hands of God, not from human ambition or effort. Revelation also demands readiness. It will be powerful if you are prepared to receive it. Hidden seasons, trials, and moments of growth are not random. They equip you to handle the power that revelation brings. Power without preparation can be dangerous. Influence without integrity can be destructive. Opportunities without readiness can be wasted. God ensures that your revelation is perfectly timed and your character is strengthened so that you can steward it wisely. The power of revelation is multiplied when it is met with preparedness, faith, obedience. Finally, powerful revelation is transformative. It changes not just your circumstances, but your life, your character, and your impact. It shifts your vision, expands your capacity, and aligns you with your destiny. It confirms your purpose, validates your journey, launches you into the next phase of your calling with authority and confidence. What was hidden becomes visible. What was delayed becomes immediate. What was unseen becomes undeniable. Revelation is the fruit of faithfulness, the reward of perseverance, and the manifestation of God's divine strategy. So, if you are in a season of waiting, quiet labor, or hidden preparation, take heart. The revelation that is coming to you will be powerful. It will be worth the wait. It will justify every season of patience, every moment of obedience, and every trial endured. It will not be ordinary. It will be supernatural, transformative, and unstoppable. God is orchestrating your breakthrough. He is preparing the stage, aligning the pieces, and ensuring that when the moment comes, your revelation will shake foundations, change lives, and confirm your destiny. Stand firm in this truth. Your revelation will be powerful. It will carry the weight of preparation, the authority of obedience, and the influence of destiny. It will validate your journey, empower your purpose, and transform your life. Wait with faith, prepare with diligence, and embrace every hidden season. Because when revelation comes, it will not only reveal your purpose, it will unleash the full measure of God's power in your life, and nothing can stop it.